And it's time for a recap with the favorite FIFA World Cup ambassadors. We look back at match day 14. You know, we've started a 6-game day schedule, and that's a lot of action to keep in touch with. You know, I tried to watch all the games, but I couldn't because some of the games were playing concurrently. But beautiful day altogether. Started the day with the Switzerland versus Canada game in Vancouver. Beautiful day. Switzerland won 2-1. You know that man, Ruben Vargas, beautiful finish. And you know who it is, Johan Manzambi made it 2-0. And then Canada came back with Promise David, but it was a little bit too late into the game. So the Swiss prevailed with a 2-1 win. And then Bosnia and Herzegovina had a 3-1 win over Qatar. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, it's a lot of games today. And then we saw Brazil go against Scotland in another intense game, but Brazil prevailed with a 3-0 win. Shout out to Vinicius Jr., man. He's really showing out for Team Brazil right now. A brace that takes him to 4 goals, which makes the, golden race more interesting. And then another guy who just can't stop surfing. You know who it is. Matias Cunha made it 3-0. Beautiful game from Brazil. And we saw the return of their prodigy, the man himself, Neymar Jr. It was beautiful to see him back on the pitch. And then in another battle, we saw Morocco versus Haiti in another action and dramatic game. You know how it is in this World Cup. Haiti's already knocked out of the tournament, but they put up a pretty good fight. You know, they went up first when Joseph forced an own goal on Bono, going 1-0 up. But, Morocco came back. The ever-reliable Hakimi made an equalizer. And then one of my favorite strikers, Ismael Saibari, came back to make it 2-1. But Haiti was not done. They came back and made it 2-2 with a beautiful, beautiful strike from Wilson Isidore. I think one of the best goals we've seen in this tournament. That's saying a lot because we've seen some pretty good goals. But Morocco ended up winning 4-2 at the end of the day. And then we saw South Africa versus Korea. This World Cup is full of historical moments, and this was one of them. South Africa, for the first time in history, advancing to the knockout stages of the FIFA World Cup. Congratulations, BafanaBafana. Tapelo Maseko, beautiful strike, 1-0 win, and beautiful defensive work, I must say. And then in the last game, we saw as Mexico had a 3-0 win over Czechia, and we saw another legend of the game bow down to a beautiful applause of the crowds. Guillermo Ochoa, the legendary Mexican goalkeeper who featured in 6 World Cups. Man, all the fans were so happy to see him bow down in such historic fashion.